Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao and this is One News Now. Typhoon Odette continues to traverse the Sulu Sea while moving toward Palawan. The latest forecast track by Pag-asa shows the typhoon center some 90 kilometers south-southwest of Cuyo, Palawan. Heavy to torrential rains are expected over parts of the Visayas and Mindanao until tomorrow. Odette is expected to exit the Philippine area of responsibility by Saturday afternoon. Storm signal number 3 is currently up over the northern portion of Palawan, including Cagayancillo and Cuyo Islands. Same goes for the southern portions of Iloilo and Antique. Meanwhile, the following areas are under signal number 2. And you're seeing on your screens areas under signal number 1. Typhoon Odette made landfall in several areas, including the province of Cebu. Let's check out the latest from on the ground with Mon Gualvez, who joins us over the phone. Mon, hi. How's the situation in Cebu?
Hi, Sean. Typhoon Odette has left a swath of damage across Cebu province. Upon daybreak, we saw torn iron sheets and other debris everywhere. There are also fallen electric posts and uprooted trees along the streets. Some container vans from the Cebu City Pier somehow found its way to the highways. Business establishments like fast food chains are also heavily damaged. Some gasoline stations are still inundated with floodwaters. That's why motorists flock to one available gas station in Minglanilla. While in Carcar City, where Typhoon Odette made landfall, many homes were damaged. Some residents are now trying to salvage their possessions. So far, most parts of Cebu province have no electricity and telecommunication signal is very intermittent. We keep trying to contact the officials of the Cebu Provincial Disaster and Management Office, but so far, no luck yet with the phone signal. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for those updates. Stay safe. That was Mon Gualvez reporting to us live over the phone from the province of Cebu. And here are some updates from other areas hit by Typhoon Odette. Bohol Governor Arthur Yap is asking for spare rubber boats and additional volunteers from private firms, LGUs, and government agencies. Yap says the municipality of Lubbock is currently experiencing heavy flooding because of Typhoon Odette. Water from the Lubbock River nearly hit the second floor of the municipal building, while the whole province experienced a total blackout. In Dimiao, Bohol, most roads are not passable due to fallen trees and loose cable wires. Houses are also not spared from the onslaught of the typhoon. In Palawan, mandatory evacuation has been implemented in preparation for the impact of Typhoon Odette. Some 2,000 families, or at least 7,800 individuals, are now staying in evacuation centers. Disaster response officials expect heavy rains in the province until tomorrow. Typhoon Odette is expected to make its 9th landfall in Palawan today. And speaking of landfalls, Typhoon Odette has made 8 so far, as it triggers heavy rains and strong winds across several regions in the Visayas and Mindanao. The first landfall was made in the vicinity of Siargao Island in Surigao del Norte on Thursday. At around 3 p.m., another landfall happened in Cagdianao in Dinagat Islands. This was followed by the 3rd and 4th landfalls in Liloan and Padre Burgos in southern Leyte. The 5th and 6th landfalls were tallied at 6:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. yesterday in Carlos P. Garcia and Bien Unido in Bohol. 2.5 hours later, Odette made yet another landfall in Carcar, Cebu. At midnight today, the typhoon center made its 8th landfall in La Libertad, Negros Oriental. Pag-asa forecasts one more landfall in the vicinity of northern or central Palawan sometime this afternoon. We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department is urging the public to explore virtual ways of celebrating the holidays, including cash transfers for gift giving. Shyla Francisco with the story.
As early as now, 4-year-old Jana is coming up with ways to collect her aguinaldo without actually knocking on the doors of her ninongs and ninangs. She's not just dancing to Christmas songs, but is putting animation to her video, which she uploaded on social media. Her mother says it's better to take extra precautions amid the pandemic.
Para sa akin, mas importante pa rin yung nakasanayan natin, yung tradition natin before na nagpapalitan ng regalo, yung mga bata, ganun. Pero okay lang din naman since marami naman ang paraan ngayon ng online. Bilang isang magulang, iisipin ko pa rin po yung safety ng anak ko.
While restrictions have been relaxed, some ninongs and ninangs still plan to give online gifts, like Carlo, who has 20 nephews and nieces. He's making up for last year as he wasn't able to give out ampaws. That's why he tells his inaanaks just expect cash gifts to be sent through e-wallets.
As far as yung Christmas spirit, medyo iba pa rin kasi yung personal na gift giving. Pero at least meron siyang alternative na pwede kang magbigay na walang physical contact.
Using GCash, users can send their cash gifts through the Send Pamasko feature. On PayMaya, they can use the Send Money feature. And you can even add GIFs and themes.
They can send pamasko anytime and anywhere to anyone, whether it's to another PayMaya account, to another bank account, o kahit send to someone na walang financial account via Smart Padala. And no charge kasi sasagot na namin yung InstaPay fee transfer nila.
Aside from cash, ninongs and ninangs can maximize the use of e-wallets in sending gifts to their inaanaks. They can send virtual gifts such as loads and e-vouchers, or they can buy gifts such as this using their e-wallets and send these to the houses or addresses of their nephews and nieces.
E-wallets have partner merchants ranging from restaurants, fashion, books, and others. Menandro did just that, saying he plans to give his nephew a toy car instead of cash.
Ako nag-work ako, so I do visit a lot of places, and if mag-visit ako sa kanila, it can affect them health nila. Better to give them something that they can use or they can play with. Yes, mas ma-appreciate nila.
The Health Department says children can still enjoy their gifts from ninongs and ninangs without exposing themselves to COVID.
Lagi po natin tatandaan ng atin pong mga kabataan, those less than 12 years old, wala pa po silang bakuna. So yung protection po na na-enjoy ngayon ng ating mga magulang at ang ating mga kuya at ate, hindi pa ho na-enjoy ni Bunso. So sana po mas maingat tayo para sa ating mga kabataan. Kung kailangan pong namamasko po, maaari naman ho siguro magkamustahan ang inaanak at saka kanyang ninang through virtual means o kaya ay sa telepono. At saka na po tayo magkita-kita ng harapan kapag po talagang sigurado na tayo, naligtas tayo sa banta ng Omicron variant.
Shyla Francisco, we are One News.
Circling back to Typhoon Odette, we have, of course, the typhoon leaving a trail of destruction in several provinces in the Visayas and Mindanao, including Bohol. Let's get the latest from there from Anthony Damalerio, a Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Officer. Good afternoon, Anthony. Kamusta na po ang panahon ngayon? Diyan sa Bohol, umayos na ba ang lagay ng panahon?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yes, mainit na po today. But again, the current situation is that total blackout for the entire province of Bohol. Ito yung nag-hamper ng ating rescue operations. We're focusing our rescue operations in the town of Lobok, where the famous Lobok River is fully severely flooded ang bayan. Hindi na makita yung church and even it has reached the rooftop of the municipal hall building. So Governor Yap is on the field. He's in the town of Lobok, leading the rescue operations. But again, as to pinpointing other victims of the flooding, we're having difficulty because of the total blackout. There's no information coming from the ground. But emergency response teams from the PNP, from the police, from the Bureau of Fire and the Philippine Coast Guard, including our local emergency response team, from the provincial government with the governor doing the rescue operations.
All right, well, have you gotten word kung kailan mababalik yung kuryente at cellphone signal to your area? May promise na ba ang mga telcos and yung mga power distributor?
The main source of power from in Bohol is coming from Leyte, and I think NGCP right now is inventorying how many towers are natumba, no? And they're telling us that their operations and maintenance crew are doing the job, no, to restore the soonest power so that we can communicate to victims, no. As of last night before nag-blackout, we had more than 10,000 evacuees already, and from the all towns, no, 48 LGUs in the province of Bohol. But again, we want to get the real score because probably nag-increase na yon. But before the landfall, naka-conduct na tayo ng pre-disaster risk assessment, naka-preemptive evacuation na tayo. But again, food packs from DSWD and the provincial social welfare are ready. But we just don't know where to bring them because walang line of communication open, no. We're saving our batteries of our cell phones so that we can have regular communication to those in affected areas. But then again, the real story is total blackout for the entire province of Bohol, and we don't have any timeline as to when it can be restored.
Right, all right. Understood, Anthony. When it comes to people naman, you already said that preemptive evacuation was done. I'm guessing this has kept casualties and injuries at a minimum. Meron na ba kayong running count kung ilan po ang naapektuhan dyan or may nawawala ba, nasugatan or namatay sa inyong probinsya?
Yes, we can confirm. As we speak, there are casualties. But as to the exact number, as to what specific town, hindi pa natin ma-determine, ma'am. The lack of communication because of power outage is the real hindrance. Bakit hindi tayo makakuha ng information from the ground? But we're doing that now. We're communicating with different channels, no? From the municipal disaster officers, from the local police stations and other sources. But again, we confirm there are casualties, but not as to the exact number that we cannot tell as of now.
All right, loud and clear, Anthony. When it comes to infrastructure naman, we're seeing videos of what's happened there. We have some photos as well on social media that's going around. Have there been major damage to any major piece of infrastructure, maybe roads, bridges that are impassable or nasira? And maybe other big, those tourist spots there, those big churches that were affected by the earthquake before, how are they doing?
We're currently doing rapid damage assessment right now, but definitely yung electric and water natin sira as we speak. There are several trees, no, siguro thousands of trees toppled to the ground. There are public and private establishments damaged also. We will be doing the rapid damage assessment, and hopefully siguro in the next several days coming, we will be able to get a clear picture as to the exact amount, even to the agriculture sector. But again, we confirm there are several damages, very massive destruction in Bohol right now. This is the strongest earthquake that we have experienced in Bohol's history. We had in the 1980s Typhoon Signal number 3, but this one, Typhoon Odette, came in the strongest, a Typhoon Signal number 4. So I can report it's a massive destruction for Bohol right now, as in terms of public and private establishments, including power and water utilities. Again, we will give the report the soonest, and we will relay this to our media partners so that aid coming from the national and regional offices can also start to come in.
All right. Now, apart from rubber boats, Anthony, ano pang kailangan nyo dyan? Anong klaseng tulong pa ang kinakailangan ng LGU ng Bohol?
Well, we need basic commodities like water, ready-to-eat food, for our victims, for our evacuees. And even our command center was totally damaged last night. No, yung computer screens natin are not functioning. Our tower communication lines fell. And again, we're using a mobile command center with a built-in generator set. So that's our way of communicating to the other LGUs. So this is the real story, ma'am. And again, we're asking help from national government through your program. If you can relay, especially to military branches for air support and water assets to start coming in, and also do conduct retrieval operations for possible casualties.
Alright, so definitely kailangan niyo ng tulong when it comes to search, rescue, and retrieval. Thank you so much and stay safe. Ingat po kayo dyan, Sir Anthony Damalerio from the Bohol PDRRMO. Thank you, sir. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.